Good day again. Welcome to another part of me sharing my journey with you. I just want to say thanks to everyone that has been listening and tuning in so far, and I've been giving back your feedback. Greatly appreciated. So today I want to talk about I was working at a hotel one time, and while working there, this hotel I really discover myself in terms of what I wanted, right? And so a lot of things that I do was very intentional, and so I recognize the need to be versatile, and so I always work on versatility. And one thing I always say to anyone that I know and come in encounter with in this pastry world is that when you are talented, when you are gifted, right, when you are passionate, you're gonna always get a lot of fight. No doubt about that. But you have to, continue to remain focused. And as I said, one thing that I used to do that work was to always convert pressure into productivity, right? I remember one time I was told that I will never ever be a pastry chef, and the boss that I had at the time, when he said that to me, when the boss said that to me, it hit me very hard, because this was something that I'm very passionate about, and this is something that I really enjoy doing and love. And to hear somebody say to you that you will never ever be, at the time it hit me very hard. But what I did, and when I say at the time, that was just in the moment. And so what I did was I said, okay, I am going to prove you wrong. And if I never do anything, I said, I am going to prove you wrong. I didn't say it to the person, right? I didn't say it. I didn't say it to the person. I think I said that, I'm not going to accept that, right? And so sometimes you have to know what to accept when it comes out from the words. And what I did to really flip that around was I started to think more. I started to lean more on my creative side. I started to find a new love for what I do, and a new passion as well. And so I decided, so okay, you know what, I'm gonna start study some more. And I got some books. I went around and I asked some persons to contribute a book towards my career. And these persons were persons that I really look up to, which I would want to always remember them, right? And I found some books. Those time internet wasn't so big and popular like right now, right? So if you want to know something, very few persons would have internet at their home. And so I get the names of the books, and I gave, tell persons the names, and I said, I would want this one, that one. And so I got the books them, right? I got a few of them. I don't remember if I got all of them, but I really got a few of them. I remember one of them I got from overseas, because most of those books you couldn't get them in Jamaica. And so I got them from overseas, and one of them, I had to repay the person that bought it for me. And I saved up my money and I bought them. And what I did was to start diving deep into that. Study. It's almost like I submerged myself into studying those books. And when I get back out of it, I went to work and I just started executing everything. And within a very short time, you could see a turnaround from my work, right? And I decided that from that day on, I will not hold back myself when it comes on to my work, right? I will always push my work. I decided that, and I just keep pushing. I just keep, even some days when you're at work and you probably, it's time to go home, I stay back and I just keep making some stuff. And so that kind of helped me a lot when it comes down to that. And I want to say this to anybody that is listening that aspire to become a pastry chef, or even in the pastry world right now. Never hold back yourself, right? Always bloom where you are planted, right? And one of the things that you have to do is that you cannot go based on what someone say to you. Never put your career in the hands of anyone at all, right? Always put your career on your back and shoot it and catapult it towards where you want it to go. Yeah, so always catapult your career to where you want to go. And this same hotel that I was working at, I experienced a lot of fights there. Persons leave stuff in oven, don't take it out, intentional stuff for you to fail. But one thing I always do is I always try to be prayed up, and I always try to go to work and to brace myself for anything, right? And so while doing that, whatever struggles come, I always find a way to resolve it. You can never go to work and have your day fully planned and say, this is what I'm going to do. It's good to plan and organize, but you just will never know what may happen. You can go to work and the oven is down. You can go to work and the ingredients you want is not there. You can go to work and somebody called out. There's so much thing that can happen, but you have to always commit yourself towards getting it done and not just to have a routine day plan, right? One of the things that I recognize that from a longer time is I don't back down from tasks and challenges, right? If you're going to give me a task and challenge, I am going to take it on, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well. And I must say that same boss that looked at me and said I will never be a pastry chef, I must say that I live to see that person look at me and call me chef, and have to appreciate what I did, what I'm doing, and all of that. So I just say this to say that your career is all upon you, right? And do not ascribe that to anyone. Never quit. Do not quit. One thing, do not quit. And at the point of quitting, one big question many persons always ask is, do you ever feel like giving up? And I will say that, trust me, the amount of time I would have a thought to say, boy, this is a lot. It's a whole lot of time. But if I have ever given in to one of those thoughts, I will not be here today. And it's not to quit to say give up on what I do, but maybe quit to say, okay, quit this job because of things not going right, or because things are, the way things are. I am not a quitter, right? I am not one of those quitter persons. I believe in, if I'm going to take on a challenge and task, if I'm going to take on a job, I'm going to do it all the way through. I want to see it through, right? So that hotel kind of really, I work on my versatility as well, because versatility was a big thing for me. I wanted to be that versatile chef. I wanted to be that chef that if you give me a birthday cake to do, I can do it. If you give me a wedding cake to do, I can do it. If you give me some chocolate to do, I can do chocolate work. If you give me sugar to do, I can do some sugar work. If you give me breads to make, I can make those breads. If you give me Vienna pastries like croissant, Danish, those stuff, high fat ratio products, I will make them. I wanted to know pastry and to treat pastry the way it's supposed to. Like for example, if I'm making a tiramisu, right? And tira in Italian mean pick me, and misu mean up. So if you combine them together, it means pick me up, right? And not only the name pick me up, but when you're making a tiramisu, the ladyfinger sponge must supposed to be soaked with the liquor so potent that it knock you out, and the silkiness, the smoothness of the cream supposed to just kind of pick you up. And that's what a tiramisu really is in essence of it. And so I wanted to be that person that to treat the dessert how exactly it was. So if I'm making, for example, a tiramisu for an Italian, right, they should be able to experience it the way they know it, even though I am a Jamaican making it for an Italian, you know. And so that was very important to me. And the versatility was not just about making everything, but then I found a new stage of versatility as well, right? Was to organize yourself, was to put your thoughts together, was to, you know, creating menu, creating recipes, standardizing recipes, all those stuff. I was very intentional in working to become very versatile as a versatile chef. And so I will say this in closing, right? Become a versatile chef. Never leave your career at the back of no one. Bloom where you're planted. Catapult your career for yourself, right? And continue to strive, continue to learn, continue to grow, and continue to evolve. And you will get there. Never say no to a task, because those tasks that you say no to are some tasks that would be there to build your muscle, to build your mind, to build your strength, right? Always try to take it on. It's best to know how to do it, and you're not doing it every day, than do not know how to do it. And when the time comes for you to do it, you cannot do it. So never say no to a task. So until next time, I will continue to share my journey to you as a Jamaican pastry chef, young, coming from nothing, right? Work both locally and internationally, and just have a real desire and passion for pastry, wanting to share as much knowledge, want to see my fellow Jamaicans growing in the industry and having a positive mindset towards the work, and to really take this thing to our next level. Until next time, stay tuned, continue to tune in, and see you.